Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I'm gonna create like a little playlist or something just to go ahead and show everybody how you can actually start your store and get your first sale going, or even more than that. All right, so I'm gonna be releasing a couple of videos that's gonna go and show you how to build a store, find a winning product, run some ads for it, and get you your first sale. So make sure you subscribe so you can get all the videos as I upload them. But this video specifically is gonna cover just the pros, cons, and costs of dropshipping before we actually get into it, so you can know and be fully prepared of what to expect with this business model. So first of all, I want to cover some pros of dropshipping. So the reason why I love this business model is because you are building your own asset. For very little startup costs, you can get a store that's very, very scalable. So first thing I want to outline is that you have low startup costs, okay? Because of the business model and because you don't have to hold any inventory, you can go ahead and get started. All you need is that initial investment of, just a couple $100s for Facebook ads. Now actually answer a question later on of how much you actually need to get started. That's huge, because now the average person could go ahead and start a legitimate business without having to spend thousands and thousands of dollars, okay? Like if you compare this to Domino's or any other franchise business, it's gonna cost you at least $50,000 before you make a sale even. So this is very different, and it allows a lot of room for the underdog to come in and just create an e-commerce store and see success very fast. Another thing is that it's scalable. So let's keep the Domino's example, right? Domino's can probably serve just a few people at a time because they have to make the pizza, and then only one person can check out at a time. But with the online store, you can have thousands and thousands of people browsing your website and checking out at the same time. So it's very scalable, and you can go from doing $100 a day to $1,000 the next day to doing $5,000 the day after that if you scale properly. So that's one of the reasons I love this. It doesn't mean get rich quick. It just means that the business has a very good potential of growing fast, all right? And the last thing is you're actually building an asset. So unlike an Amazon FBA business where you don't get the emails of your customers, you can't upsell them afterwards, you aren't building a real asset right there. Dropshipping allows you to create an email list, have some integrations where you can now follow up with people. And since you're paying to get customers to go and buy in your store, you want to retain that information for yourself and use it for future products that you might want to sell too. So now, just to talk about some of the downsides of dropshipping, one of the big things is that there's slow shipping, right? Because you're getting these products from in most cases, you're gonna get them from China or AliExpress, and the average shipping time for e-packet is around 12 to 20 business days. And that might seem like, oh, people won't buy something and have to wait 12 to 20 business days. Well, if the product is unique enough and it can't be found anywhere else, then people will be more than happy to wait 12 to 20 days as long as you let them know that it's going to take 12 to 20 days to get there. And that's pretty much one of the biggest downsides, but I've still managed to do over 7 figures while letting my customers know that, hey, this is the anticipated wait time, and they're more than happy to wait in most cases. So it's not like a complete shock to them. Another thing is that there's constant changes, right? Because it's such a new industry, it's constant changes, whether it comes to, the Facebook advertising platform. Not that that's the only platform that you can use, but there's a lot of changes in rules and regulations, things like that, especially with data and the way that it's handled, that's being passed through with Facebook. So there's a lot of changes, and that's natural. With something that is in such a new industry, things like that are gonna happen, but it's up to you to be able to adapt to that. And, in most cases, it's pretty much very easy to adapt to situations like that. And the last thing is that it's fast paced, okay? So most of these products have short life cycles, so that causes the industry to be a little fast paced. So you're not gonna be the only one selling a trending product. There's gonna be other drop shippers selling products too that are similar to what you're selling, and it's up to you to differentiate and market better than your competition. So it's pretty much fast paced, and because you're selling depending on the trends in the market, trends die. The product that you're selling is not gonna sell for the whole year, perhaps if you don't brand it right. But in most cases, you'll have a winning product for maybe 2-3 months, but then you have to find another product to compensate. But if you do it the right way, you'll always have a product next up to bat. So it's not that big of a deal. just to cover the cost a little bit, because I know everybody's been wondering how much do I actually need out of my pocket besides, spending money on a course or anything. This is how much you're gonna need, and I estimate that you need at least $250. I had students see very fast success and very good success with just $250 to start off with. And here's the breakdown of that. So Shopify is actually the website that we're gonna be using to host our website. So you can build your website there. You can have a couple themes, which we'll get into in some other videos, but you get 14 days for free with them, all right? And that already is like, all right, it's definitely worth it. You can get 14 days free without even having to put your credit card in. But then after that, it's just $30 a month to host a website that can make you money, while you sleep. So it's definitely worth it. Next thing is the domain and the business email. So we're gonna be using GoDaddy to actually get a domain, which is the www.your and the email. So the business email you'll be using, which is going to be support@yourbusinessname.com, and you'll get that both from GoDaddy, which is going to cost you less than like $10. So I believe it's like $7 in total, and that's going to increase your website's credibility because it looks professional. You have an actual business email, you have an actual domain name. And then another thing is, to add more to the credibility, you want to have a logo. So you can go ahead on Fiverr.com and actually hire somebody to create a logo for you for less than $20. And on average, you'll spend maybe $15 on a logo that looks great. And I'll show you exactly what the logos are going to look like. They're very, professional looking, and it's going to add that extra touch to your website that's going to, allow you to build trust with your customers very fast. So and all those are like the little costs, and we'll go through that, of course, in the next videos. And the big chunk of your cost is going to come from your ad spend, of course. So I recommend that you have at least $200 to test a product initially, and you'll be spending that across a span of like 5 days just to see the results of the product. Now there's a chance your product might work. If you follow everything that I'm gonna outline for you, it should work. If not, then you just go back and you try with another product. But you are gonna need some money for ad spend, and that's pretty much the cost. Okay, you're gonna need at least $250 to get your dropshipping business started, and after that, the potential is limitless. So you're basically spending $250 for a chance to make passive income and a six-figure business, for the rest of time, pretty much. So if you ask me, that's the perfect risk to take if you're in a situation where you don't want to, invest so much in a business model that, you don't know if it's going to work out. This is one of the best business models you can put your money towards. So follow me in the next video. If you got some value out of this, make sure you subscribe so you can keep up with the videos that I'm gonna be dropping. And in the next video, I'm gonna actually do a screen sharing, opening the store with Shopify and actually getting things set up so you can have more clarity on what you need to be doing. So I'll see y'all in the next one.